Hi, I'm John, founder of Papa Collectibles. Over the past 2.5 years, I've been running this business as a side hustle, with over 10,000 sales on TCG Player and another few thousand on eBay. Recently, I've decided to try to take the business to the next level. This series is a video diary of sorts of that journey. I'll be sharing what I've learned so far, and you'll see all my growing pains. Do want to note that I'm sorry I've been gone for so long, and I'm going to try to be a little bit more consistent going forward. I've had a few things in life that have kind of thrown me curveballs, but I think I'm on the right track to be able to kind of do this semi-weekly again. Anyway, let's start with the March and mid-April update. So the first thing I want to mention is that I ended up buying the Roca Sifter. If you haven't seen it so far, it's a new offering from TCG Player, their sellers, coming in September. And I don't remember the exact price point. Maybe I'll edit it in here. But it was like $800 for a full sifting machine. And it's available to anyone as long as they're on the platform. So I implore you, if you're doing this as a business too, get at least one of them. It's going to make you so much more efficient. It does spit out a CSV to TCG Player, but you could then use that information on your platform of choice, just as long as you're a TCG player on seller level 4. Like I said, I was planning on buying a case of standard legal Magic with that money, but this is a much better long-term investment. The next thing I want to mention is my bulk LGS update, but the bulk that I got was higher priced than you get online. I thought that was okay, because I know for a fact that they do not have a machine. But the bulk was crap. I almost want to give it another shot just to see if I got a bad box and that was it. But there was just no value in it for me as a player, for me as a cube builder, or for me to even resell it. In fact, selling off what I didn't use from that bulk got me my first bad review on eBay. I sold off a lot. I literally mentioned in the description that it was basically horrible. The person only paid $20 for it, whereas I paid $80. And at the end of the day, they were like, yeah, this bulk sucked. Screw this seller, basically. So I got my first negative review in a sale where I lost money and I wasn't able to build things. Really terrible, left a really bad taste in my mouth. I may try again in the future, but for now, that's on the back burner. Another thing I want to mention is I just got a Kickstarter for a card game I backed literally 2 years ago. Just got it in last month. If you have or haven't seen it, it's called Warlord Saga of the Storm. It is basically a relaunch of a game that came out 20 years ago, 20 anyway, years ago. And I did play way back then, and I showed you one of the starter decks because I'm keeping those for my own collection. But I did piece out and break down the other things I got. One of them was called the Box of Greed. Think of it like one of each Legacy staple, and then their new set booster box. Ripped all the packs, broke it down, and those are up on my eBay store now. They are selling fantastic. I'm going to use the profits from the Warlord selling to go right back into buying more Warlord booster boxes to go right back onto the eBay store. There are not many people online selling it right now, so I've got a bit of a competitive advantage in that I know the game, and I've got these cards, whereas most of the backers who backed want to have more cards. They opened up their backer kit, they're maybe missing this thing or that thing, and they just need more cards. And there are no markets yet where you can just buy lots of them. So I'm trying to be that person for the community. The next thing I want to mention is what I did after I bought the Roca Sifter. Again, I try to raise, $800 to $1,000 before I do something with it, just so I can kind of have more concrete plans for what I'm going to do. I used to, like every couple hundreds, buy things off, but I found that being around $1,000 gives you a little bit more choices when it comes to spending your money. Again, I was going to buy a booster case of some standard set because something came across my feed that I had to jump on. is I found a deal online for somebody's sorcery collection. They played the game, they opened some boxes, they liked the game, but they were selling out. Money's tight right now. If you have the money to pay for people, you can get some good deals. And I got a great deal on this sorcery collection. So assuming everything's legit, within the next few days, I'm going to have a new case of sorcery to list on eBay, where again, sorcery does incredibly well for me on eBay. Almost never sells on TCG Player, incredibly well on eBay. So I think that's where the sorcery market is too. I should be able to double my money with that one collection buy. So again, I'm not buying any cases right now, but I think collection buys, when you can get them, are way more valuable. Especially when your sellers are as prepared as mine was, with a list of basically everything that they had. Something else I want to mention is I have sold 2 of my bulk cubes this week. I did bring the price down again because they weren't selling. So the fact that I'm selling them now at, I think it was 65 now, means that I think I found the sweet spot between getting them off the shelf and money in my account. They do take time to put together. I'm not going to deny that. But the cards in them are almost worthless. The cards can range anywhere from like 10 to 50 cents a piece, usually less, especially if you're getting them in a bulk purchase. You can get the cards for these cubes for basically pennies, so your profits go through the roof if you can sell them. Luckily enough, I do like building cubes, and I'm pretty good at it, so people want what I'm selling. But yeah, they're a really easy way to turn cards that would otherwise just sit on my shelf for forever into a quick $60. Unfortunately, that's going to be it for me today. I've got no kind of life lessons for you. Like I said, I've been a little short on time, so I haven't been able to put together the video that I wanted to make, but I wanted to get this out there just to have something on the channel and to let you guys know that I am going to be coming back in the full breath fairly soon. So until next time, keep on grinding.